Introduction to peach wood. Peach wood, a material often overlooked in the shadow of more commonly known hardwoods, holds an understated elegance and charm all its own. Its subtle beauty lies not just in its appearance, but in the warmth it evokes, the stories it tells, and the profound connection it has to nature and history. The peach tree, scientifically named Prunus persica, gives us more than just its sweet, fragrant fruits. Its wood, though not as widely recognized as that of oak or walnut, has been cherished by artisans, craftsmen, and even chefs for its unique properties. When one imagines peachwood, they might first think of the tree's fruit, bursting with vibrant hues of orange, red, and yellow. Yet, its wood tells a quieter story, one that unfolds with a more delicate, refined tone. The wood itself, soft to the touch yet resilient, mirrors the gentleness of the peach blossom that blooms in spring, a blossom that has long been a symbol of renewal and beauty in many cultures. Just as the fruit ripens under the warm summer sun, the wood too embodies a natural richness, with grains that ebb and flow in soft, undulating patterns. In terms of color, peachwood reflects the subtle pastel tones of its namesake fruit. With hues that range from pale creams to deeper pinks and light browns, it is a wood that brings warmth and softness into any space it inhabits. The texture is smooth, almost silky, with a fine grain that makes it an excellent choice for detailed woodwork and intricate carving. Its lightweight nature also contributes to its versatility, making it ideal for small-scale projects, from handcrafted jewelry boxes to delicate furniture accents. But peachwood is more than just aesthetically pleasing. Its durability, though not as robust as some of the harder woods like oak or maple, offers a balance of strength and workability that has attracted artisans for centuries. It's a wood that, with proper care, can age gracefully, much like the fruit from which it takes its name. Over time, peachwood develops a patina, a soft glow that adds to its allure, making it a cherished material for heirloom-quality pieces. Yet, what truly sets peachwood apart is its connection to the natural world. The peach tree itself is a symbol of abundance, fertility, and longevity in many cultures, particularly in Asia, where it is revered not only for its fruit but for its spiritual significance. The act of crafting with peachwood, therefore, carries with it a sense of reverence, a connection to the earth and its cycles. It's a reminder that every piece of wood, every object created, was once part of a living, breathing tree, rooted deep in the soil, reaching up towards the sky. In this blog post, we will explore peachwood in all its facets, from its history and origins to its practical uses, cultural significance, and more. Whether you're a woodworker looking for a new material to experiment with, a chef curious about the role of peachwood in culinary traditions, or simply someone who appreciates the beauty of natural materials, you'll find that peachwood offers a world of possibilities. In Romania, a country known for its rich traditions, folklore, and deep connection to nature, peachwood holds a unique place in both historical and modern craftsmanship. Although Romania is more famous for its expansive forests of oak, beech, and walnut, peachwood, known locally as lemn de persic, has found its own niche, particularly in rural communities where artisanal woodworking and a connection to the land are still integral parts of daily life. Peach trees, Prunus persica, thrive in Romania's temperate climate, particularly in regions like Oltenia, Dobrogea, and the southern areas of Muntenia, where orchards are a common sight. These trees are primarily cultivated for their fruit, but when they reach the end of their productive lives, the wood is often used by local artisans in a variety of traditional crafts. The use of peachwood in Romania highlights the country's long-standing tradition of sustainability and resourcefulness, as rural communities make use of every part of the tree, much like they do with other fruit-bearing trees. History and origin. The history of peachwood is deeply intertwined with the history of the peach tree itself, a tree that has traveled across continents and through time, bringing with it not only its delicious fruit but its precious wood. The peach tree, Prunus persica, is believed to have originated in China, where it has been cultivated for over 4,000 years. From there, it spread westward along the ancient Silk Road, reaching Persia, modern-day Iran, where it earned its scientific name, and eventually making its way to Europe and the Americas. In ancient China, the peach tree was regarded as a symbol of immortality and longevity, with its blossoms representing renewal and the cyclical nature of life. The wood of the peach tree, though not as commonly used as the fruit, was highly valued for its spiritual significance. It was believed that peach wood had the power to ward off evil spirits, and it was often used in the creation of talismans, amulets, and other protective objects. These objects, carved with intricate designs and symbols, were placed in homes, carried by travelers, and even worn as jewelry to bring good fortune and protection. The spread of the peach tree to other parts of the world brought with it a fascination with not only the fruit but also the wood. In Persia, where the tree was cultivated extensively, peach wood became a material used in the crafting of small household items, such as utensils, bowls, and decorative objects. The wood's light color and smooth texture made it ideal for detailed carving, and its association with the tree's life-giving fruit added an element of symbolism to each piece. As the peach tree spread further westward into Europe, its wood began to be used in a variety of ways, though it remained a relatively rare material compared to other more readily available woods. In Italy, for example, peach wood was sometimes used in the creation of musical instruments, prized for its lightness and resonance. In France, it found its way into the hands of craftsmen who used it to create small, delicate furniture pieces, often incorporating the wood's natural grain patterns into the design. In more recent times, peach wood has become a popular material among artisans and woodworkers in the United States, particularly in the southern regions where peach orchards are abundant. Here, the wood is often used in the creation of rustic furniture, decorative objects, and even in the smoking of meats, where its mild, sweet aroma adds a unique flavor to barbecued dishes. The use of peach wood in cooking, while relatively new compared to its other uses, has become increasingly popular, with chefs experimenting with different ways to incorporate the wood into their culinary creations. Today, peach wood is celebrated for its beauty, versatility, and connection to nature. Though not as widely used as some other woods, it remains a favorite among those who appreciate its subtle charm and the stories it carries within its grains. From ancient talismans to modern-day furniture, peach wood has traveled through time, bringing with it a sense of history, tradition, and timeless beauty. The peach tree itself has been a symbol of longevity, fertility, and prosperity in Romanian folklore, much like in other cultures around the world. In rural areas, it is not uncommon to find stories or superstitions surrounding the peach tree, which is believed to bring good luck to those who plant it near their homes. The tree's vibrant blossoms are often associated with springtime festivals and celebrations of renewal, and its fruit is revered for its sweetness and nutritional value. While peach wood has historically been overshadowed by other types of wood more commonly associated with Romanian woodworking traditions, such as oak for furniture or walnut for intricate carvings, it has always held a special place in the hearts of those who appreciate the natural beauty and symbolism it carries. The tree's limited availability as a source of wood has made peach wood products rare and often cherished items in Romanian households. In Romanian villages, where traditions of woodworking are passed down from generation to generation, peach wood is sometimes used to make smaller, everyday objects like spoons, bowls, and small carved decorative pieces. These items are prized for their durability and the soft, warm glow of the wood. The rural tradition of craftsmanship, particularly in regions where fruit orchards are abundant, has ensured that peach wood continues to be valued not only for its utility but also for its symbolic connection to life, renewal, and the cycles of nature. Botanical insights. The peach tree, Prunus persica, is a member of the Rosaceae family, which also includes other fruit-bearing trees such as apricots, cherries, and plums. Native to northwest China, the peach tree is known for its delicate blossoms and juicy sweet fruit, but its wood is equally fascinating in its own right. Peach trees are deciduous, shedding their leaves each year as they prepare for the next growing season. They typically grow to a height of 4 to 10 meters, 13 to 33 feet, with a rounded crown and slender branches. The bark of the peach tree is smooth when young, becoming rougher and more textured as the tree ages. The wood itself is relatively soft, with a fine, even grain that makes it easy to work with for carving and shaping. One of the most striking features of peach wood is its color. Freshly cut peach wood is often a light, creamy color with hints of pink or red, reminiscent of the fruit's flesh. Over time, the wood may darken slightly, developing a warm, golden hue that adds to its natural beauty. The grain of peach wood is typically straight, with occasional swirls or knots that add character and uniqueness to each piece. Peach trees grow best in temperate climates with well-drained soil and plenty of sunlight. They require careful pruning and maintenance to ensure healthy growth, as the trees are susceptible to diseases such as peach leaf curl and pests like aphids and mites. However, when properly cared for, a peach tree can live for 20 to 30 years, providing not only delicious fruit but also valuable wood for crafting. Physical properties of peach wood. Peach wood, despite its relative rarity in commercial woodworking, offers a unique combination of aesthetic charm and practical utility. Its physical characteristics make it an intriguing material for both artisans and those looking for an uncommon yet beautiful wood for furniture, carvings, and even cooking purposes. One of the defining traits of peach wood is its color. When freshly cut, it often reveals a creamy, light color tinged with soft pink or pale yellow, reminiscent of the delicate flesh of the peach fruit itself. Over time, with exposure to air and light, the wood undergoes a transformation, deepening into richer hues of honey, golden brown, or soft amber. This subtle aging process adds to the allure of peachwood, giving it a patina that enhances its beauty with each passing year. For those who appreciate wood that matures gracefully, peachwood is particularly appealing. The grain pattern of peachwood is generally straight, although it is not uncommon to find areas where the grain shifts into more intricate swirls or knots. These natural variations create visual interest, especially in pieces where the wood is polished or finished to highlight its organic patterns. The grain is typically fine and even, lending the wood a smooth surface that is pleasant to touch. This characteristic makes peachwood ideal for projects that require delicate handwork, such as carving or detailed joinery. In terms of hardness, peachwood is considered to be a medium-density wood. It is not as hard as oak or walnut, but it still offers a balance of strength and workability. With a Yanka hardness rating comparable to other fruit woods like cherry, peachwood is firm enough to be durable while still being relatively easy to cut, sand, and shape. This makes it an excellent choice for smaller projects, where the focus is on precision and detail rather than brute strength. It also allows for fine carving and intricate designs that bring out the beauty of the grain without overwhelming the material. Despite its moderate hardness, peachwood possesses a certain resilience. While it may not withstand heavy-duty applications as well as some of the more robust hardwoods, it can certainly hold its own in the creation of furniture, decorative pieces, and even small structural elements. The key is in treating the wood with care and ensuring that it is properly sealed and maintained to prevent damage from moisture or wear over time. When cared for properly, peachwood can remain strong and beautiful for many years. Another distinctive quality of peachwood is its workability. Artisans who have worked with peachwood often comment on how well it takes to tools, whether hand tools or machines. The wood is easy to cut and shape, which makes it a favorite for wood turning, carving, and fine woodworking. Because of its fine texture, peachwood can be sanded to a very smooth finish, allowing for a polished, almost silky surface. When oiled or stained, the wood's natural luster shines through, revealing the depth and richness of its grain. However, one of the few challenges in working with peachwood is its tendency to crack or warp if not properly dried or cured. Like many fruit woods, peachwood has a relatively high moisture content when freshly cut, which means that it must be seasoned carefully to prevent it from splitting as it dries. This process can take time, but once the wood is properly dried, it becomes much more stable and suitable for a wide range of applications. Artisans often recommend slow, controlled drying methods to preserve the integrity of the wood and prevent it from warping or cracking. One of the often overlooked qualities of peachwood is its fragrance. When freshly cut, peachwood emits a subtle, sweet aroma that is faintly reminiscent of the fruit. This scent, while not overpowering, adds a sensory dimension to the experience of working with the wood, making it a delight for those who appreciate natural materials. The fragrance of the wood can linger for some time, especially in smaller projects like bowls, utensils, or decorative objects, where the wood is left unfinished or lightly oiled. Finally, peachwood's resistance to decay is worth mentioning. While not as naturally rot-resistant as woods like cedar or redwood, peachwood holds up reasonably well in indoor environments when properly treated. For outdoor use, it is typically recommended to apply protective finishes or treatments to shield the wood from moisture and the elements, ensuring its longevity. With the right care, peachwood can endure for decades, retaining its beauty and structural integrity. Uses of peachwood. Peachwood's combination of beauty, workability, and symbolic significance makes it a versatile material with a wide array of applications. From fine furniture to culinary tools, it has found its way into both practical and artistic endeavors. 1. Furniture and carpentry. Though not as commonly used in large-scale commercial furniture production, peachwood has earned a reputation among bespoke furniture makers and hobbyist woodworkers for its unique aesthetic and smooth finish. Its fine grain and soft color palette lend themselves well to creating pieces that exude warmth and subtle elegance. Small to medium-sized furniture, such as coffee tables, chairs, and shelving units, are often crafted from peachwood, particularly when the goal is to highlight natural materials with a distinctive character. Due to its moderate hardness, peachwood is typically used in parts of furniture that don't require bearing heavy loads, such as tabletops or decorative frames. Craftsmen often pair peachwood with other materials, like wrought iron or brass, to create rustic yet refined pieces. The natural swirls and variations in peachwood grain also make it a favored material for creating statement pieces, such as intricately carved headboards or artistic wall hangings. The wood's light color allows it to blend easily with various interior design styles, from minimalist modern spaces to more traditional, rustic settings. 2. Artisanal woodworking and crafts. For artisans and hobbyists who work with wood on a smaller scale, Peachwood is a delightful material due to its workability and unique aesthetic. Woodturners, in particular, value peachwood for creating delicate objects like bowls, vases, and decorative sculptures. The fine grain of the wood allows for smooth curves and intricate details, which can be brought to life through careful carving or turning on a lathe. In addition to functional objects, peachwood is also popular in the creation of ornamental items such as figurines, jewelry boxes, and other small-scale crafts. The warm tones and smooth finish of the wood make it ideal for projects where the emphasis is on detail and craftsmanship. Many artisans enjoy working with peachwood precisely because it allows them to produce highly detailed pieces without the challenges associated with harder, more difficult to carve woods. 3. Culinary applications: peachwood in smoking and grilling. Peachwood is also a favorite among chefs and outdoor cooking enthusiasts for its role in enhancing the flavors of grilled or smoked foods. When used as wood chips or logs in a smoker, peachwood imparts a mild, sweet, and slightly fruity aroma that complements a wide variety of meats, particularly poultry, pork, and fish. Its subtle flavor profile makes it an excellent choice for those who prefer a delicate smokiness that doesn't overpower the natural taste of the food. The process of smoking with peachwood chips is relatively simple, yet the results can be extraordinary. Chefs often recommend soaking the wood chips in water for a few hours before adding them to the smoker to ensure a slow, steady release of smoke. The sweet, mild flavor that peachwood imparts is especially well suited to lighter meats, such as chicken or turkey, but it can also enhance the flavor of vegetables or even desserts when used creatively. In the world of barbecue, peachwood has gained a loyal following, particularly in regions where peach orchards are abundant. Its availability in these areas makes it a natural choice for grilling enthusiasts who want to incorporate locally sourced materials into their cooking. The wood burns relatively slowly and evenly, which is ideal for low and slow smoking methods that require consistent heat over an extended period. 4. Peachwood in musical instruments. While not as widely used as some other woods, peachwood has occasionally found its way into the creation of musical instruments, particularly those where resonance and tonal qualities are important. Its relatively lightweight nature and smooth texture make it suitable for crafting parts of stringed instruments such as the necks or bodies of small guitars or mandolins. Some artisans also experiment with peachwood in the creation of wind instruments, where the fine grain and even texture contribute to the clarity of the instrument's tone. Though it's not a common choice for large-scale production, peachwood offers a distinct aesthetic and tonal quality for those seeking a unique material for their instruments. 5. Modern Romanian craftsmanship and peachwood. In more recent times, as Romania's artisanal traditions have experienced a revival, peachwood has become increasingly appreciated by craftsmen looking to work with sustainable and locally sourced materials. The shift toward handmade goods and the appreciation for natural materials has breathed new life into the use of peachwood in Romanian craftsmanship. In small workshops across the country, particularly in areas like Maramureș and Transylvania, where artisanal woodworking traditions are still vibrant, peachwood is being used to create both functional and decorative items. The wood's fine grain and reddish-brown hue make it a favorite among craftsmen who specialize in intricate carvings and detailed work. Romanian artisans often transform peachwood into beautifully carved jewelry boxes, small furniture pieces, and traditional household items like butter molds, cutting boards, and spoons. The traditional Romanian practice of ceoplători, the art of wood carving, has incorporated peachwood into its repertoire, particularly for items that benefit from the wood's smooth finish and fine detail. The relative softness of peachwood, compared to some of Romania's denser hardwoods, allows for more delicate designs, making it ideal for creating finely detailed objects that celebrate the Romanian connection to nature and the earth. In particular, the small, family-owned workshops of Transylvania have become known for producing peachwood items that are sold in local markets, where tourists and locals alike seek out authentic Romanian crafts. These items often carry a unique sense of place, as they are made from wood harvested from local orchards, ensuring that the craftsmanship is not only tied to Romanian tradition but also to the land itself. Peachwood in cooking. Among the many unique uses of peachwood, its role in the culinary world has garnered a particular niche of appreciation, especially among those who are passionate about the art of grilling and smoking food. Peachwood, with its mild, sweet fragrance, has become a favorite of chefs, pitmasters, and home cooks who seek to elevate the flavors of their dishes with a subtle yet distinct smoky aroma. Cooking with peachwood is not only about flavor but also about adding a layer of tradition and natural beauty to the experience of preparing food. The flavor profile of peachwood smoke. One of the most distinctive qualities of peachwood when used in cooking is its mild, sweet smoke. Unlike stronger woods such as hickory or mesquite, which can sometimes overpower the natural flavors of the food, peachwood imparts a gentler, more delicate taste that enhances rather than dominates. The fruity undertones of the smoke add a layer of complexity to meats, vegetables, and even desserts, creating a harmonious balance between the natural ingredients and the smoky flavors. Peachwood smoke is often described as being subtly fruity with a hint of sweetness. It is this quality that makes it particularly well suited for lighter meats such as poultry, pork, and fish, where a stronger smoke might be too intense. The smoke works its magic slowly, infusing the food with just the right amount of flavor without overwhelming the palate. For those who prefer a less aggressive smoky taste, peachwood offers a perfect alternative to heavier woods like oak or maple. Using peachwood in smoking. When it comes to smoking food, the choice of wood is critical in determining the final flavor profile. Peachwood has emerged as a favorite among pitmasters for its versatility and its ability to pair well with a variety of foods. Whether you're smoking a whole chicken, a rack of ribs, or even a selection of vegetables, peachwood adds a subtle yet distinctive flavor that elevates the dish. One of the key techniques in using peachwood for smoking is to ensure that the wood is properly prepared. Like other fruit woods, peachwood should be seasoned, meaning it must be allowed to dry out before being used in a smoker. Fresh, green wood contains too much moisture, which can result in an unpleasant, acrid smoke. Seasoning the wood allows it to burn more evenly and release a cleaner, more flavorful smoke. This process can take several months, depending on the climate and storage conditions, but the result is well worth the wait. Once the wood is properly seasoned, it can be used in various forms for smoking. Peachwood logs, chunks, or chips are the most common forms used by chefs and grill enthusiasts. Logs are ideal for larger smokers or barbecue pits, where the slow, consistent burn provides a steady source of heat and smoke over several hours. Wood chunks are more versatile, suitable for both large smokers and smaller grills. For those using standard home grills or portable smokers, peachwood chips are often the easiest option. These small pieces of wood burn quickly and are ideal for adding a burst of smoke to foods cooked over a shorter period. Peachwood for grilling. While peachwood is excellent for smoking, it also brings a delightful flavor to grilled dishes. Unlike smoking, which requires a slow and low heat, grilling with peachwood takes advantage of the higher temperatures and quicker cooking times. The wood's sweet, fruity aroma infuses the food as it cooks, creating a light yet flavorful smokiness that pairs beautifully with grilled meats, vegetables, and even fruits. For grilling, peachwood chips are often soaked in water for about 30 minutes before being added to the coals. Soaking the wood ensures that it doesn't burn too quickly, allowing the chips to release their fragrant smoke over a longer period. Once soaked, the chips can be added directly to the charcoal, or for gas grills, they can be placed in a smoker box or wrapped in foil with small holes poked into it to allow the smoke to escape. Peachwood's versatility in grilling is one of its most appealing qualities. It works particularly well with chicken, where the light, fruity smoke enhances the natural flavors of the meat without overpowering it. When grilling pork, peachwood adds a subtle sweetness that complements the richness of the meat, making it a popular choice for pork chops, ribs, and sausages. Even seafood, which can be delicate and easily overwhelmed by stronger woods, benefits from the mild, sweet smoke of peachwood. Grilled shrimp, salmon, or scallops take on a new dimension of flavor when cooked over peachwood. One lesser-known but equally delightful use of peachwood in grilling is with fruits. Grilling fruits such as peaches, pineapples, or even apples over peachwood can bring out their natural sweetness while adding a smoky complexity that contrasts beautifully with their juiciness. A simple dessert of grilled peaches, topped with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, becomes an extraordinary culinary experience when enhanced by the subtle smokiness of peachwood. Pairing peachwood with different foods. The versatility of peachwood allows it to pair well with a wide variety of foods, both savory and sweet. Its mild flavor makes it an excellent choice for meats like chicken, pork, and turkey, where it enhances the natural flavors without overpowering them. For poultry, peachwood provides a sweet, delicate smoke that complements the lightness of the meat, making it a favorite for smoked or grilled chicken and turkey. When used with pork, the fruity undertones of the wood complement the richness of the meat, creating a balanced flavor profile that is both savory and sweet. Peachwood is also well suited for seafood. Fish like salmon or trout, when smoked or grilled over peachwood, take on a gentle smokiness that enhances their natural flavors without overpowering their delicate texture. Shrimp and scallops, too, benefit from the subtle, sweet smoke, making them perfect for light, flavorful grilling. For those who enjoy experimenting in the kitchen, peachwood can also be used in more unexpected ways. Grilling vegetables over peachwood imparts a subtle smoky flavor that enhances their natural sweetness. Vegetables like bell peppers, zucchini, and eggplant take on a new depth of flavor when grilled over peachwood, making them an excellent side dish or even the star of a vegetarian meal. Even fruits can be transformed by the smoky sweetness of peachwood. Peaches, in particular, become something truly special when grilled over the wood of their own tree. The heat caramelizes the sugars in the fruit, while the wood adds a subtle smokiness that contrasts with the fruit's natural sweetness. The result is a dessert that is both simple and complex, with layers of flavor that evoke the warmth of summer and the natural beauty of the peach tree. Tips for using peachwood in cooking. 1. Season the wood properly. As with any wood used for cooking, it's important to use well-seasoned peachwood to avoid harsh, bitter smoke. Allow the wood to dry for several months in a well-ventilated area before using it in a smoker or grill. 2. Soak the wood chips. When using peachwood chips for grilling, soak them in water for at least 30 minutes before adding them to the heat source. This ensures a slow, steady release of smoke, which will infuse the food with a more subtle flavor. 3. Pair with lighter meats. Peachwood works best with lighter meats like poultry and pork. Its mild flavor complements these meats without overwhelming their natural taste. For seafood, peachwood is an excellent choice for adding a hint of smokiness without overpowering the delicate flavors. 4. Bossy 4. Experiment with fruits and vegetables. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Grilling or smoking fruits and vegetables over peachwood can bring out their natural sweetness while adding a layer of smoky complexity. Grilled peaches, for example, become an unforgettable dessert when cooked over peachwood. 5. Monitor the cooking time. Since peachwood burns relatively slowly and evenly, it's important to keep an eye on your food to prevent it from overcooking. Low and slow smoking is ideal for larger cuts of meat, while quicker grilling works best for smaller, more delicate foods. Peachwood in Romanian culinary traditions. Beyond its use in craftsmanship and religious objects, peachwood has also found a place in Romania's culinary traditions, particularly in the context of grilling and smoking meats. As with many other fruitwoods, peachwood is prized for the mild, sweet aroma it imparts to food when used in grilling or smoking, making it a popular choice for cooking meats, particularly pork, lamb, and fish, which are staples in traditional Romanian cuisine. In rural areas, particularly during festive occasions or religious holidays like Easter or Christmas, peachwood chips are often used to smoke meats as part of traditional preparations. The wood's mild flavor enhances the natural taste of the meat without overpowering it, making it a favorite among those who value traditional cooking methods that connect food with the land. In addition to its use in smoking meats, peachwood is also sometimes used to create traditional Romanian kitchenware, such as wooden spoons, ladles, and cutting boards. These items, often hand-carved by local artisans, carry the same warmth and practicality as other handcrafted peachwood items, adding a touch of natural beauty to Romanian kitchens. A touch of tradition and nature. Cooking with peachwood is more than just a way to impart flavor. It's a way to connect with nature and tradition. The use of fruitwood in cooking harks back to simpler times, when people used the materials available to them, often from their own orchards, to enhance the flavors of their food. Peachwood, with its gentle, sweet smoke, carries with it the essence of the peach tree, a tree that has provided nourishment, beauty, and symbolic meaning for centuries. In many cultures, the peach tree is a symbol of abundance, fertility, and renewal. By cooking with peachwood, chefs and home cooks alike tap into these ancient associations, bringing a sense of history and reverence to their meals. Whether it's a backyard barbecue or a carefully crafted gourmet dish, using peachwood adds a layer of meaning and connection to the natural world. Sustainability and environmental impact of peachwood. In an era where sustainability and environmental stewardship have become essential considerations for industries and consumers alike, the use of natural resources such as wood comes under increasing scrutiny. Peachwood, while not as commonly used in large-scale construction or mass production, still plays a part in the intricate balance between human activity and the preservation of the natural world. Understanding its environmental impact requires looking at both the cultivation of peach trees and the ways in which peachwood is harvested, used, and ultimately disposed of. The peach tree life cycle. One of the key factors that contributes to the sustainability of peachwood is its origin, the peach tree. Unlike many other types of wood used in construction or furniture making, peachwood is not typically harvested from forests or natural ecosystems. Instead, it comes from fruit orchards where peach trees are cultivated primarily for their fruit. This makes peachwood a byproduct of the agricultural industry, rather than the result of deforestation or clear-cutting practices that often contribute to environmental degradation. Peach trees, like other fruit trees, have a relatively short productive lifespan when it comes to fruit bearing. After a few decades, the trees may no longer produce fruit in sufficient quantities to justify their continued cultivation. At this point, the trees are often removed and replaced with younger, more productive ones. In the past, these older trees might have been discarded or burned, but today, the wood from these trees is often repurposed, reducing waste and providing a sustainable source of material for woodworking, furniture making, and cooking. By using the wood from trees that have already served their primary purpose in fruit production, artisans and manufacturers contribute to a more sustainable model of resource use. Rather than cutting down trees specifically for their wood, they are making use of a byproduct that would otherwise go to waste. This not only reduces the demand for lumber from forests but also helps to minimize the environmental impact of peach orchards, making peach wood a more eco-friendly option. Renewable resource. The role of orchards. Peach orchards are, by nature, renewable resources. Peach trees are regularly planted, cultivated, and harvested to produce fruit, and once they reach the end of their productive life, they are replaced with new trees. This cyclical process ensures a continuous supply of wood without the need to disrupt natural ecosystems or contribute to deforestation. Moreover, many peach orchards are managed with sustainability in mind. Farmers and orchard managers often employ practices such as crop rotation, organic farming, and water conservation to minimize the environmental impact of their operations. As a result, the wood harvested from these orchards is not only a byproduct of fruit production but also part of a broader system of responsible land management. When consumers choose to use peach wood for furniture, cooking, or crafts, they are indirectly supporting these sustainable farming practices. By selecting a material that comes from a renewable resource, they are contributing to a more eco-friendly approach to wood production. Carbon sequestration and wood use. Trees, including peach trees, play a crucial role in carbon sequestration, which is the process by which trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and store it in their biomass. This makes wood, including peach wood, a carbon-neutral material in many respects. When a peach tree grows, it absorbs carbon, which remains stored in the wood even after the tree is cut down. This means that as long as the wood is not burned or left to decompose, it continues to act as a carbon sink. In the context of sustainability, using wood from peach trees in long-lasting products such as furniture or decorative items can be seen as a form of carbon storage. By keeping the wood intact and using it in a way that prolongs its life, consumers can help to reduce the overall carbon footprint associated with wood harvesting and use. However, it is important to note that the carbon neutrality of wood is dependent on how the wood is used and disposed of. If peach wood is burned or left to decompose, the carbon stored in the wood is released back into the atmosphere. Therefore, the environmental benefits of peach wood are maximized when it is used in long-term applications, where it can continue to store carbon for many years. Challenges and considerations. While peach wood offers several environmental benefits, there are also challenges to consider. One of the primary concerns with any type of wood is the potential for over-harvesting or unsustainable practices. Although peach wood is typically a byproduct of fruit orchards, there is still the potential for environmental harm if these orchards are not managed responsibly. Overuse of pesticides, fertilizers, and water in peach orchards can have negative impacts on local ecosystems, including soil degradation, water pollution, and loss of biodiversity. To mitigate these risks, it is important to support peach orchards that prioritize sustainable farming practices. Many orchards now adhere to organic or regenerative agriculture principles, which aim to reduce the use of harmful chemicals, conserve water, and promote biodiversity. By choosing peachwood products that come from responsibly managed orchards, consumers can help to support these sustainable practices. Another consideration is the transportation and processing of peachwood. Like any wood, peachwood must be harvested, processed, and transported to its final destination, whether that be a furniture maker, artisan, or cooking enthusiast. The environmental impact of these processes can vary depending on factors such as the distance the wood must travel, the energy used in processing, and the methods of transportation. To minimize the carbon footprint associated with peachwood, it is often best to source wood locally whenever possible, reducing the need for long-distance transportation. Waste reduction and repurposing peachwood. One of the most compelling aspects of peachwood is its role in reducing waste. As mentioned earlier, peachwood is often a byproduct of the agricultural industry, meaning that it is repurposed from trees that have reached the end of their fruit-bearing life. This makes it an ideal material for those who are conscious of waste reduction and sustainable living. In recent years, there's been a growing movement toward repurposing materials that would otherwise be discarded. Peachwood fits perfectly into this movement, as it allows artisans, manufacturers, and consumers to make use of a resource that might otherwise go to waste. By repurposing peachwood into furniture, decorative items, or even culinary tools, we can reduce the amount of waste generated by the agricultural industry and contribute to a more circular economy. Sustainable alternatives and blended use. Another interesting aspect of peachwood in the context of sustainability is its ability to be used in combination with other materials to create sustainable alternatives to traditional wood products. For example, peachwood can be used in combination with reclaimed wood from other sources to create unique, eco-friendly furniture pieces. This blended use of materials not only reduces the demand for newly harvested wood but also allows for the creation of distinctive products that highlight the beauty and character of different types of wood. In addition to blending peachwood with reclaimed wood, there is also the potential to combine it with other sustainable materials such as bamboo, cork, or recycled metal. These combinations can result in innovative designs that not only reduce the environmental impact of the product but also create one-of-a-kind items that stand out in the marketplace. Environmental benefits of cooking with peachwood. Beyond its use in furniture and decorative items, peachwood's role in cooking also has environmental benefits. When used for grilling or smoking, peachwood provides a natural, renewable alternative to chemical-based fuels such as charcoal briquettes or propane. Unlike these fossil fuel-based products, peachwood is a natural material that releases fewer harmful emissions when burned, making it a cleaner option for outdoor cooking. In addition, because peachwood burns relatively slowly and evenly, it is more efficient than many other types of wood, requiring less wood to achieve the desired cooking temperature. This efficiency further reduces the environmental impact of using peachwood for grilling or smoking, making it a more sustainable choice for eco-conscious cooks. Conservation and ethical use. Peachwood, being part of an agricultural cycle, emphasizes the importance of ethical and mindful use of natural resources. By ensuring that peach trees are replanted and peach orchards are managed sustainably, we contribute to the conservation of land and the protection of ecosystems. Ethical sourcing of peachwood from orchards that practice responsible water use, minimize chemical inputs, and promote biodiversity is essential in maintaining the ecological balance. Consumers can also play a role in supporting conservation efforts by choosing products made from responsibly sourced peachwood. Whether it's a handcrafted piece of furniture, a set of kitchen utensils, or wood chips for smoking, opting for products that are certified organic or sustainably harvested helps to promote better environmental practices. Cultural and symbolic significance of peachwood. Throughout human history, trees have held special significance in the spiritual, cultural, and artistic lives of civilizations. The peach tree, with its striking beauty, luscious fruit, and long-standing symbolic meanings, has played an essential role in many cultures, particularly in Asia and the Mediterranean regions where it was originally cultivated. Its wood, like its fruit, has carried symbolic and mystical associations, making it more than just a source of material for crafting or fuel. Peachwood is steeped in mythology, folklore, and spiritual significance, with its presence felt in ancient texts, traditional rituals, and modern interpretations. Peachwood in Chinese culture. In Chinese culture, the peach tree has been a symbol of longevity, immortality, and good fortune for thousands of years. The tree itself, particularly the peach blossom, holds a central place in Chinese mythology and Taoist traditions. The peach tree of immortality, said to grow in the garden of the goddess Shi Huangmu, Queen Mother of the West, is believed to bear magical fruit that grants immortality to those who eat it. The fruit of this sacred tree ripens only once every 3,000 years, and the feast held upon its ripening is one of the most significant events in the mythology surrounding the Taoist immortals. Peachwood, derived from this highly revered tree, has long been associated with protection and spiritual power in Chinese culture. It was traditionally believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good luck to those who carried or displayed it. For centuries, peachwood charms, amulets, and talismans were crafted to be placed in homes, carried by travelers, or worn as protective jewelry to keep negative energies at bay. These charms were especially popular during the Lunar New Year, a time when families would hang peachwood symbols on their doors to ensure a year of good fortune, health, and protection from misfortune. One of the most iconic representations of peachwood's protective power is seen in the ancient custom of making ceremonial swords from peachwood. In Taoist practices, these swords were believed to have the ability to exorcise evil spirits and protect against malevolent forces. Taoist priests often use these peachwood swords in rituals and ceremonies aimed at cleansing spaces or individuals of harmful energies. The wood's symbolism of life, renewal, and the ability to repel evil made it a natural choice for such spiritually significant tools. Even today, peachwood continues to hold its mystical allure in China. People often place peachwood figurines, carvings, or other decorations in their homes to invite good fortune and ward off negativity. This ongoing reverence for peachwood reflects its deep cultural roots and the enduring belief in its symbolic power. Peachwood in Japanese culture. In Japan, the peach tree also carries powerful symbolic meaning, though it is often associated more with purity and renewal than with immortality. The peach blossom, or mamo, is celebrated in Japanese culture for its beauty and its association with springtime and new beginnings. Peach trees are thought to bring good luck, happiness, and fertility, making them popular symbols during festivals and ceremonies celebrating new life or fresh starts. Peachwood, like the blossoms and fruit, is considered a material of good fortune. It is believed to have the ability to drive away evil spirits, and like in China, peachwood talismans and charms are often crafted for this purpose. These charms are placed in homes or given to loved ones to ensure their protection and well-being. The symbolism of peachwood as a protective material has been passed down through generations, and it remains a popular part of Japanese cultural traditions, particularly in rural areas where old beliefs about nature and spirituality persist. The tradition of Setsubun, a Japanese festival that takes place in early February to mark the beginning of spring, often includes the use of peachwood in rituals meant to cleanse homes of evil spirits and invite positive energy for the year ahead. During the festival, people scatter roasted soybeans, but they also sometimes hang peachwood branches or place peachwood objects near their doors to reinforce the protective power of these natural elements. Peachwood's association with purity and renewal makes it a meaningful material in Japan's crafting and artisanal traditions. Objects made from peachwood, such as combs, hairpins, or small decorative items, are often given as gifts to symbolize good fortune, new beginnings, or protection. The natural beauty of the wood itself, with its fine grain and smooth texture, is appreciated by artisans who use it to craft objects that carry both aesthetic and symbolic value. Peachwood in ancient Mediterranean cultures. The cultural significance of the peach tree and its wood extends beyond East Asia, finding its place in ancient Mediterranean societies, particularly those of Greece and Rome. While the peach itself was introduced to the region from Persia, modern-day Iran, where it had already developed a reputation for fertility and abundance, the Greeks and Romans soon adopted the peach tree into their own mythologies and symbolic traditions. In Greek mythology, the peach tree was associated with love and fertility, often linked to Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. The fruit's succulent flesh and sweet aroma made it a natural symbol of sensuality and the pleasures of life, and peachwood, by extension, carried connotations of fertility, abundance, and the cycles of nature. In Roman times, the peach, known as Persian apple, was celebrated as a symbol of wealth and prosperity, as its cultivation and trade brought significant economic benefits to the empire. Peachwood, though not as commonly used as other woods in ancient Mediterranean craftsmanship, still carried symbolic weight in certain rituals and traditions. In rural areas, peach wood was sometimes burned in ceremonies meant to ensure a bountiful harvest, as the tree was believed to be connected to the earth's fertility and the growth of crops. Additionally, peach wood branches were used in some wedding rituals, where they were placed around the home or at the altar to symbolize the couple's hope for a prosperous and fertile marriage. The symbolic meaning of the peach tree in Mediterranean cultures was further enhanced by the tree's seasonal cycle. In both Greek and Roman traditions, the seasonal blossoming of the peach tree was seen as a metaphor for the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. The fruit, with its lush, juicy flesh, represented the height of life's pleasures, while the tree's shedding leaves in autumn and dormancy in winter symbolized the inevitable decline of life's peak moments. Yet, the return of the blossoms in spring heralded renewal and the promise of continued abundance. Peachwood in Western symbolism and folk traditions. In Western cultures, especially in folk traditions throughout Europe, peachwood has also been imbued with symbolic meaning, though its associations vary widely depending on the region and context. In many rural areas, particularly in the Mediterranean and parts of Eastern Europe, the peach tree was thought to possess magical properties. Its wood was believed to offer protection from harm, much like in Asian cultures, and branches or talismans made from peachwood were often placed in homes or carried by individuals to ward off misfortune and illness. In some regions, the peach tree was associated with love, marriage, and fertility, and its wood played a role in folk rituals aimed at promoting romantic success and happy marriages. Brides and grooms might exchange small tokens made from peachwood as a symbol of their commitment to one another and their hopes for a fruitful union. In some traditions, newlyweds would plant a peach tree in their yard as a way of ensuring a long and prosperous marriage, with the tree's fruit symbolizing the children and joys that would come from their partnership. Peachwood also found its way into Western magical practices, particularly in folk magic and rural healing traditions. The wood was sometimes used in the making of protective charms or amulets, and it was believed to have the power to ward off evil spirits or bad luck. In some regions, peachwood was burned in fires during specific rituals meant to purify spaces, banish negativity, or protect against illness. Peachwood in Romanian religious and cultural objects. Romania's rich spiritual and religious heritage, particularly in Eastern Orthodox Christianity, has also found a place for peachwood. Although it is not as commonly used as walnut or oak for religious carvings, peachwood is sometimes chosen for smaller religious objects, particularly in rural communities where the tree is abundant. Artisans often carve icons or crosses from peachwood, taking advantage of its fine grain to produce delicate and intricate religious items. These pieces are often small, intended for personal use in home shrines or as gifts for special occasions like weddings or baptisms. The symbolism of the peach tree, associated with fertility, prosperity, and the cycle of life, adds an additional layer of meaning to these religious objects, making them cherished items that carry both spiritual and cultural significance. In Romanian Orthodox tradition, the blessing of fruit trees, including peach trees, during certain religious ceremonies, is a common practice. This reflects the deep connection between Romanian spirituality and the natural world, where the life-giving properties of fruit trees are celebrated as part of the broader cycle of renewal and faith. Symbolism of peachwood in modern times. Even in modern times, peachwood continues to carry symbolic meaning, especially in contexts where traditional beliefs and practices still hold sway. For many, peachwood represents a connection to nature and the cycles of life, and it is valued for its associations with renewal, protection, and prosperity. In an era when people are increasingly seeking natural materials that resonate with deeper cultural and spiritual meanings, peachwood has found a renewed significance. In contemporary design, peachwood is often used in artisanal products that emphasize craftsmanship, natural beauty, and sustainability. Whether it's used to create furniture, decorative objects, or culinary tools, the wood's symbolism of life, growth, and abundance adds an additional layer of meaning to the objects made from it. For some, owning a piece of peachwood furniture or using peachwood in cooking is a way of bringing a piece of nature's cycles and ancient traditions into their everyday lives. The symbolic importance of peachwood is also reflected in the growing interest in spiritual and wellness practices that incorporate natural materials. Peachwood beads, for example, are often used in meditation or prayer practices as a way of connecting with nature and harnessing the wood's symbolic properties of protection and renewal. Whether worn as jewelry or used as part of a daily ritual, peachwood continues to offer a tangible link to the natural world and the ancient beliefs that have shaped human cultures for millennia. Peachwood in modern craftsmanship and design. In today's world of design and craftsmanship, the desire for authenticity, sustainability, and natural beauty has never been more pronounced. As consumers increasingly seek products that carry a sense of history and craftsmanship, materials like peachwood are experiencing a resurgence. While peachwood is not as widely used as oak, maple, or walnut in large-scale manufacturing, it holds a unique niche in the world of bespoke furniture, decorative items, and artisanal goods. Its beautiful grain, natural warmth, and symbolic connotations make it a preferred material for those looking to create pieces that are as meaningful as they are functional. Furniture making, a revival of rustic and sustainable design. Peachwood, with its characteristic fine grain and reddish-brown hues, has become an attractive option for small-scale furniture makers and artisans who prioritize sustainability and unique craftsmanship. Although the wood is not typically used in mass-produced furniture due to its limited availability and size restrictions, as peach trees are relatively small, it finds a home in custom-made furniture pieces where the beauty of the wood can be fully appreciated. In the world of bespoke furniture design, peachwood is often used to create smaller items such as coffee tables, side tables, chairs, and decorative shelving. Its hardness and durability make it suitable for these applications, while its fine grain allows for intricate carvings and detailed work. Moreover, peachwood's natural warm tones make it a versatile choice that can complement a variety of interior design styles, from rustic and traditional to more contemporary and minimalist aesthetics. Artisans working with peachwood often highlight its natural imperfections, the knots, grains, and color variations that make each piece of wood unique. These imperfections are celebrated as part of the wood's charm, creating furniture pieces that tell a story through their textures and patterns. The resulting items are not only functional but also serve as works of art, connecting the user with the natural world and the life cycle of the tree from which the wood was sourced. Peachwood in home decor. Beyond furniture, peachwood has found its way into various elements of home decor, from small decorative objects to functional items like cutting boards and utensils. Its relative rarity and distinctive appearance make it a desirable choice for homeowners looking for something different from more commonly available woods like oak or pine. Carvings and sculptures made from peachwood are often prized for their beauty and the natural warmth they bring to a space. The wood's fine grain and smooth finish allow artisans to create detailed and intricate designs, making it ideal for decorative pieces that add a touch of nature to modern interiors. Peachwood sculptures or figurines, often depicting animals, plants, or abstract shapes, can bring a sense of life and organic flow to a room. In addition to purely decorative items, peach wood is frequently used in the creation of functional home goods. Hand-carved peach wood bowls, platters, and utensils are not only beautiful but also durable and practical. These items often become cherished household objects, combining utility with the aesthetic appeal of natural wood. When properly cared for, peachwood kitchenware can last for many years, developing a rich patina over time that enhances its visual appeal. Custom woodworking and peachwood's niche appeal. Custom woodworking is one of the most prominent arenas where peachwood shines. Its unique properties make it ideal for small-scale, high-end projects that emphasize craftsmanship and attention to detail. Custom furniture makers, carpenters, and wood-turners who specialize in peachwood often create limited edition or one-of-a-kind pieces that highlight the wood's natural characteristics. Peachwood's versatility is showcased in the variety of items that can be crafted from it. From small jewelry boxes and picture frames to elaborate headboards or custom cabinetry, the wood's fine texture and workability allow artisans to experiment with form and function. While peachwood is typically used in smaller-scale projects due to the limited size of the tree, creative craftsmen often combine it with other materials, such as metal or glass, to create visually striking pieces that make a statement in any room. In particular, peachwood is popular among woodturners, who appreciate its workability on a lathe. It can be turned into beautiful bowls, vases, and other curved objects that showcase the wood's smooth finish and natural variations in color. These handmade pieces are often prized for their uniqueness, as no two items made from peachwood are ever the same. Sustainability in modern craftsmanship. One of the most appealing aspects of peachwood in modern craftsmanship is its sustainable nature. As discussed earlier, peachwood is often sourced from orchards where trees are cultivated primarily for fruit production. When these trees reach the end of their productive life, they are typically removed and replaced, providing a steady supply of wood that would otherwise go to waste. This focus on repurposing agricultural byproducts makes peachwood an environmentally friendly choice for artisans and consumers alike. Unlike other types of wood that may come from deforestation or the depletion of natural forests, peachwood is a renewable resource that fits into the circular economy model. By choosing peachwood products, consumers can support sustainable practices and reduce their impact on the environment. Moreover, the emphasis on craftsmanship and small-scale production further aligns with sustainable values. Artisans who work with peachwood typically use traditional methods that minimize waste and energy consumption, and many prioritize sourcing their materials locally. This not only reduces the environmental footprint of their work but also supports local economies and promotes a return to slower, more intentional forms of production. Peachwood in culinary tools and practices. One of the most unique and increasingly popular uses of peachwood in modern times is in the culinary world, particularly for grilling and smoking meats. Peachwood's mild, fruity aroma when burned makes it a favorite among chefs and cooking enthusiasts who appreciate the subtle, sweet flavors it imparts to food. Peachwood chips are often used in smokers and grills to enhance the flavor of meats, poultry, and fish. Its relatively mild smoke does not overpower the natural flavors of the food, making it an ideal choice for those who prefer a more delicate smokiness. The wood burns evenly and slowly, providing a consistent source of heat and flavor for long smoking sessions. In addition to its flavor, the use of peachwood in cooking connects the culinary experience with the natural cycles of the orchard, further enhancing its appeal. For those who are passionate about sustainability in cooking, peachwood's renewable nature adds an extra layer of satisfaction. By using a byproduct of the agricultural industry, home cooks and professional chefs alike can feel good about choosing a material that is both flavorful and environmentally friendly. Peachwood is also used in the creation of artisanal kitchen utensils, such as cutting boards, serving platters, and spatulas. These items not only serve a practical purpose in the kitchen but also bring the warmth and beauty of natural wood into the heart of the home. Many artisans who specialize in kitchenware emphasize the sustainable and eco-friendly aspects of their products, highlighting the use of peachwood as a natural, renewable resource. Peachwood and the handmade movement. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in handmade, artisanal products as consumers seek alternatives to mass-produced goods. Peachwood has found its place within this movement, appealing to those who value craftsmanship, sustainability, and the unique qualities of natural materials. Whether used in furniture, home decor, or culinary tools, peachwood products often reflect the ethos of the handmade movement, emphasizing individuality, quality, and a connection to nature. The rise of platforms that promote handmade goods, such as Etsy and other online marketplaces, has provided artisans who work with peachwood a global audience. This has allowed peachwood to gain greater visibility and appreciation among consumers who might not have otherwise encountered it. As more people seek out products that are both functional and meaningful, Peachwood's distinctive characteristics and sustainability make it an increasingly popular choice. The handmade movement has also led to a greater appreciation for the time, skill, and care that goes into creating objects from materials like peachwood. Consumers are willing to invest in pieces that may cost more but are built to last and have a story behind them. Peachwood, with its rich history, cultural significance, and natural beauty, is an ideal material for those looking for products that go beyond the purely utilitarian. The future of peachwood in Romanian artisanal work. As Romania continues to embrace its artisanal heritage and the global movement towards sustainability, peachwood is likely to play an increasingly important role in the country's craftsmanship. The growing appreciation for locally sourced, sustainable materials aligns with Romania's deep connection to the natural world and its long-standing traditions of woodworking and craftsmanship. In the future, we may see peachwood being incorporated into more contemporary designs, blending traditional Romanian woodworking techniques with modern aesthetics. As consumers become more interested in the story behind the products they buy, the use of peachwood, with its ties to Romanian orchards and rural life, will continue to resonate with those seeking meaningful and authentic handmade goods. Additionally, as Romania's artisanal products gain greater visibility in international markets, peachwood items, whether in the form of decorative carvings, kitchenware, or small furniture, are likely to become more sought after by those who appreciate the unique qualities of this wood and the traditions it represents. Peachwood holds a special, albeit niche, place in Romania's cultural and crafting traditions. While it may not be as widely used as other woods, its unique properties, symbolic significance, and sustainability make it a valued material in both traditional and modern Romanian craftsmanship. As Romania continues to honor its rich artisanal heritage, peachwood will remain a cherished resource that connects the country's past with its future, preserving the deep bond between the Romanian people, their land, and their enduring traditions. The future of peachwood in modern design. As the world continues to place greater emphasis on sustainability, craftsmanship, and natural materials, peachwood is poised to play an even more significant role in modern design and artisanal work. Its unique properties make it a desirable material for those looking to create products that combine aesthetic appeal with environmental responsibility. In the future, we may see more innovative uses of peachwood as designers and artisans experiment with blending it with other materials or finding new applications for its natural beauty. As the trend towards sustainable, eco-friendly design continues to grow, peachwood's status as a renewable resource will only increase its appeal. Moreover, as consumers become more educated about the origins and environmental impact of the products they purchase, materials like peachwood that are sourced responsibly and used thoughtfully will likely become even more sought after. Whether in the form of furniture, home goods, or culinary tools, peachwood is set to remain a symbol of the values that are becoming increasingly important in modern life: sustainability, craftsmanship, and a connection to nature. The practical considerations of using peachwood. While peachwood is undoubtedly prized for its beauty, cultural significance, and versatility, there are important practical considerations for those who work with it, as well as for consumers who choose to incorporate it into their homes or creative projects. Whether you're an artisan crafting peachwood furniture or a homeowner selecting peachwood decor, understanding the qualities and challenges of this material is essential. Workability and durability of peachwood. Peachwood is classified as a hardwood, though it is not as hard or dense as some of the more commonly used hardwoods like oak or walnut. This makes it easier to work with than some of the tougher woods, especially for artisans who rely on hand tools. Its fine grain and relatively smooth texture lend themselves to intricate carvings and detailed woodworking, making it an ideal material for artisans who specialize in delicate work. It's also a good choice for woodturners, who appreciate its ease of use on a lathe and its ability to hold fine details. However, while peachwood is generally easy to work with, it does have some limitations in terms of durability and strength. Peach trees are relatively small compared to other hardwood trees, and the trunks tend to have a lot of branches, leading to frequent knots in the wood. While these knots can add character to smaller pieces, they may present challenges when working on larger projects, as they can weaken the structural integrity of the wood. Peachwood is also prone to warping and cracking if not properly seasoned or dried. This is especially important for artisans who work with greenwood, freshly cut wood that is not yet dried, or for those who are crafting items meant to withstand regular use, such as furniture or cutting boards. Careful drying and seasoning of peachwood is essential to ensure that the finished product remains stable and does not warp or crack over time. One way to mitigate these potential issues is through the use of finishes and treatments. Applying oil finishes, varnishes, or lacquers can help seal the wood and protect it from moisture, which can cause warping. Additionally, these finishes enhance the natural beauty of peachwood by highlighting its grain patterns and rich color variations. Sourcing and sustainability. As mentioned earlier, peach wood is often sourced as a byproduct of the fruit-growing industry, making it a more sustainable option compared to woods that are harvested from natural forests. Peach trees are primarily grown for their fruit, and when they reach the end of their productive life, usually after 10 to 20 years, they are typically cut down and replaced with younger trees. This provides a steady supply of wood that would otherwise go to waste. However, the relatively small size of peach trees and their limited availability outside of fruit orchards means that the supply of peach wood is not as abundant as some other hardwoods. This can make it more expensive and harder to find, particularly in large quantities. For artisans who rely on peach wood for their work, this means that projects must often be small in scale or require creative use of the available material. Despite these limitations, the sustainable nature of peach wood makes it an attractive option for those who prioritize eco-friendly materials. By using wood that is essentially a byproduct of agriculture, consumers and artisans can feel good about minimizing waste and supporting sustainable practices. This aligns with the growing trend toward environmentally responsible design and craftsmanship. Maintenance and care of peachwood products. For those who own peachwood furniture or other handcrafted items, understanding how to properly care for this unique material is key to ensuring its longevity. Like most hardwoods, peachwood requires regular maintenance to keep it looking its best and to prevent damage from environmental factors like moisture, sunlight, and changes in temperature. One of the most important aspects of peachwood care is moisture management. As with many hardwoods, exposure to excessive moisture can cause peachwood to swell, warp, or develop cracks. It is essential to keep peachwood products, particularly furniture or kitchenware, away from direct contact with water or high humidity. Regularly wiping down peachwood surfaces with a dry or slightly damp cloth, and then immediately drying them, is usually sufficient to keep them clean without causing damage. For peachwood kitchenware, such as cutting boards or utensils, periodic oiling is recommended to maintain the wood's durability and prevent it from drying out. Food-safe oils like mineral oil or beeswax are excellent options for keeping the wood moisturized and protected. This simple step can help prevent cracking and keep the wood looking rich and beautiful over time. In addition to moisture management, it is also important to protect peachwood products from excessive heat and direct sunlight, both of which can cause the wood to fade or become brittle. For furniture, placing items away from windows or using curtains to block direct sunlight can help preserve the wood's natural color and prevent damage. Similarly, avoiding placing hot objects directly on peachwood surfaces, such as placing trivets under hot dishes, can prevent heat damage. For decorative items, such as peachwood sculptures or figurines, regular dusting and occasional polishing with a soft cloth can keep the wood looking vibrant. If a finish has been applied, it may need to be reapplied periodically to maintain its protective qualities. Cost and accessibility of peachwood. Because peachwood is not as widely available as some other types of hardwood, it can be more expensive, especially for custom projects or artisanal pieces. The price of peachwood products can vary depending on the size and complexity of the item, as well as the region in which it is sourced. In areas where peach orchards are plentiful, the wood may be more readily available and thus more affordable, but in regions where peach trees are less common, sourcing peachwood can add to the cost. That said, the uniqueness and beauty of peachwood often justify its higher price point, especially for consumers who value craftsmanship and sustainability. Whether it's a custom-made piece of furniture, a hand-carved kitchen utensil, or a decorative object, the investment in peachwood is often seen as a way to own something truly special and long-lasting. For artisans, the limited availability of peachwood can also present challenges in terms of accessibility. Sourcing enough high-quality peachwood for larger projects may require establishing relationships with local fruit growers or wood suppliers who specialize in agricultural byproducts. Additionally, because peachwood trees are not as large as other hardwoods, finding larger pieces of peachwood for projects that require substantial slabs of wood, such as large furniture pieces, can be difficult. Despite these challenges, the growing interest in sustainable and eco-friendly materials has led to an increase in demand for peachwood products. Many consumers are willing to pay a premium for items that are made from responsibly sourced materials and that reflect a commitment to craftsmanship and environmental responsibility. The aesthetic appeal of peachwood. One of the main reasons peachwood has gained popularity in modern design and craftsmanship is its undeniable aesthetic appeal. Peachwood has a rich, warm tone that ranges from light amber to deep reddish brown, often with beautiful streaks of darker grain running through it. These natural color variations give peachwood products a distinctive look that sets them apart from more commonly used woods. The fine grain of peachwood also makes it particularly well suited for detailed carvings and delicate work. Artisans often take advantage of this by creating intricate designs that showcase the wood's texture and natural beauty. Whether used in furniture, decor, or kitchenware, The visual appeal of peachwood adds a touch of elegance and warmth to any space. In addition to its color and grain, peachwood has a smooth texture that lends itself well to polishing and finishing. When properly finished, peachwood takes on a soft, almost glowing sheen that enhances its natural beauty and makes it a pleasure to touch and use. The aesthetic qualities of peachwood make it a popular choice for homeowners who are looking to add warmth and character to their living spaces. Its warm tones complement a variety of interior design styles, from rustic and traditional to modern and minimalist. Whether used as an accent in a room or as the main material for a piece of furniture, peachwood's natural beauty adds a sense of craftsmanship and authenticity to any home. The practical considerations of using peachwood reflect its balance of natural beauty, sustainability, and craftsmanship. While it has some limitations in terms of availability and workability, its aesthetic appeal and cultural significance make it a highly valued material in both artisanal and contemporary design. Understanding how to properly source, care for, and work with peachwood ensures that it can be enjoyed for generations, carrying with it the traditions, craftsmanship, and deep-rooted symbolism that have been associated with this remarkable material throughout history.